This boy has been subjected to child exploitation and abuse by this lady. She is his home lesson teacher, entrusted by his father to care for and educate him, but she secretly exploits him. At the end of each act of exploitation, she sternly warns him not to tell anyone. He hears the door open and quickly rushes to hug his father, signaling his distress, but his father completely ignores him. He repeatedly hugs his father, trying to get his attention to report the lady, but his father, uninterested, firmly warns him to stay on the couch. The man is more concerned with capturing the lady's attention than paying any attention to his son. He asks her to wait for a few minutes for a private discussion before she leaves, then angrily warns his son to stop disturbing him. When a father closes his ears to his son, he leaves him exposed to the dangers of the world. The man tells the lady that he admires how well she takes care of his son and expresses his desire to make it permanent. He is a single father who lost his wife during the birth of his son. He employed the lady to teach his son because he secretly likes her and hopes to one day win her affection. She immediately stands to leave, signaling her disinterest in the man's offer, but he quickly stops her. She lies to the man, saying she has another student to attend to, and he reluctantly allows her to leave. This man is unaware that the lady is a pedophile, which makes it easier for her to reject his advances. She leaves, and the man immediately raises his voice at his son, asking why he has been disturbing him. The boy, still traumatized, stays on the couch in fear, unsure of what to say to him. The man sits on the couch and gently calls his son to come talk to him. The boy tells his father that his lesson teacher has been sexually exploiting him without his consent. The man is surprised to hear this and, at the same time, doubtful, as he feels his son is too young to understand or report such things. He immediately orders him to kneel and warns him never to mention such a lie to anyone. He believes his son lied about the lady because he finds it hard to accept that a woman who rejected him would go after his son, who has nothing to offer. When a father refuses to hear his child's pain, he abandons the trust they once shared. He places his handbag on his head and orders his son to carry it inside as punishment for the accusation he made. He remains on the couch, upset and puzzled, wondering why the lady refuses to give in to his advances. He has invested his time, money, and affection into the lady, even bringing her close to his son just to gain access to her, yet it still isn't enough. He casually remembers his son complaining about her exploiting him and, upon second thought, wonders how his son could know about such things if he hadn't experienced it himself. The next day, the man sits on the couch with his son, waiting for the lesson teacher to arrive. He had already planned with his son to gather evidence to prove that the lady had been molesting him. Shortly, the lady arrives at the man's house for her daily tutoring session and secret exploitation of the boy. The man says goodbye to his son and is about to leave when the lady tells him he needs to use the bathroom. He tells the lady that he will be gone before she returns and pretends to leave. He quickly hides behind the curtain to monitor the lady's activities with his son. She returns from the bathroom to find only the boy and checks around to see if the man has left. She gladly locks the door and walks over to sit with the boy on the couch, ready to carry out her exploit. She quickly begins to undress the boy as he cries and tries to resist. She's unaware that the child's father is hiding behind the curtains, watching her. The man takes out his phone and quietly records the lady's actions towards his son as evidence. The man is shocked to discover that the lady is a pedophile. A pedophile is an adult who has a sexual attraction to children, which is both harmful and illegal. He slowly moves out from behind the curtain with his phone recording, and the lady immediately begins to beg for forgiveness as she realizes she's been caught. This man had successfully gathered the evidence he needs to report the lady to the proper authorities, but now he wants to take advantage of the situation. A man who seeks to use the truth for his own benefit is not a true friend of the truth. The lady knows that releasing the video on the internet will cause her significant harm, let alone having it reported to the appropriate authorities. He asks the lady to come sit on the couch with him, but she hesitates, still in a state of panic. He raises his voice at her to get up, and she fearfully sits close to him. This man is about to blackmail the lady with the video he just recorded of her, all to satisfy his own desires. He has been trying for a long time to get the lady into his bed, and now he believes he finally has what it takes to fulfill his desires. The lady is left with no choice but to agree to his terms in order to avoid public embarrassment. The man asks her to follow him into his room to keep her end of the deal, but she refuses, insisting they need a more private location away from his son. The man agrees to follow the lady to her house and immediately instructs her to wait outside for him. This man prioritized his sexual satisfaction over his child's complaint of harassment and abuse. He sits closer to his son and thanks him for a job well done, acknowledging that his actions led to securing the evidence. He lies to his son, telling him that he has apprehended the lady and is about to hand her over to the prosecutors to face justice. He tells his son to go wait inside until he returns and hands him his bag to take inside. When a man deceives his own children, he has failed in the most sacred duty of fatherhood. That same day, the lady enters her bedroom with the man following closely behind her. He sits on the bed to take off his shirt, accidentally dropping his phone, and the lady swiftly hides it. She pretends to help him remove his shirt, but instead grabs him tightly and immediately starts screaming for help. Shortly, the lady's neighbor rushes into her room after hearing her screams, and she immediately begins to cry, accusing the man of attempting to rape her. This is a lesson to everyone. Parents, listen to your children. A male child can also be a victim of molestation and abuse. Thank you for watching this video. Please share this video and comment where you are watching from.